topic this week is holidays. And the word of the week is like holiday, which is sviatok in Slovak, or like vacation, which is dovolenka. I guess the first holiday in the year in America is New Year's, which really is on December 31st, in kind of into January 1st, but mostly December 31st. So on New Year's Eve, what we do is we just kind of stay up really late. Most people try to stay up until midnight to watch on TV the giant crystal ball thingy that drops in New York City at midnight. I wonder how that works for people in other time zones. Yeah, usually people have parties with their friends and family on New Year's Eve, and sometimes people, mostly kids, make like a New Year's resolution, which is something that you promise yourself to do during that new year. And yeah. Then there's Valentine's Day, which is on February 14th, and this is a day just where couples and married people give each other gifts. So, like, your boyfriend or whatever will give you a gift. Or, if you're a little kid, you just give gifts to everyone else in your class at school. And usually it's candy or, like, a card. And then Easter is technically a religious holiday for Christians, but pretty much everyone celebrates it mostly. I mean, I guess Christians actually, like, go to church and stuff on Easter, but I'm sure that pretty much everyone, like, eats candy and stuff, and we're out of school for it, so, you know, yeah. Most people, if you're not religious, you would just on Easter kind of eat some sugary candy and, like, jelly beans. It's mostly for little kids. You leave out a basket, like, somewhere in your house the night before Easter, and then supposedly it gets magically filled with candy during that night. Yeah. And then we have Mother's Day, which is on a Sunday in May. I think it's like the second Sunday. And on this day you give a gift to your mom, and you just are nice to her, and you probably, most people, like, do chores for their moms that their mom would normally do, they do them instead, or you'll take your mom out to dinner with your family or whatever. There's Memorial Day, which is in honor of the Army and Navy and stuff, and veterans, and that's also in May, later on in May, and usually a lot of places there are parades on Memorial Day, or like other sort of public things that you can go to honor our military. And then on Father's Day, it's just like Mother's Day except for your father, so you give him a gift and maybe take him out to dinner. Then we have July 4th, which is our Independence Day, but we just call it July 4th. Usually there will be a parade on July 4th, and then at night there will be fireworks. And I think there's stuff on TV too, like concerts and stuff. It's a really big holiday here. I think, yeah. So it's just like celebrating America, pretty much. Um, then we have Halloween, which is on October 31st, and it's like all the little children dress up in costumes and they walk around in their towns, and they go to people's houses and come up to your door and ask you for candy, and then you give them candy, and then they leave and go to someone else's house. Yeah. And then if you're not a kid, a lot of people will have like costume parties, or they'll dress up in costumes just and hang out in their house waiting for kids to come get candy from them. And then we have Veterans Day on November 11th, and for that we get out of school, and it's another just honoring the veterans, the people who have served in the military. And it used to be Victory in Europe Day from World War II, but they changed it. And then we have Thanksgiving, which is always on Thursday, like the third Thursday in November, and for that we get an entire week off of school, just like for Easter and Christmas. And it's like, supposedly, the first settlers in America from Europe, the Pilgrims, had this like dinner with the Native Americans, and it was all nice, and they had a feast and stuff. It's kind of questionable as to whether that happened, really, but we have a holiday about it, so what we do is we just eat kind of more traditional American food, and we eat a lot of it, and then a lot of people watch football on TV after their meal, and I guess the point is that you get together with all of your family, not just like your parents and your siblings, but like your grandparents and aunts and uncles and stuff, and they all have a big meal together and eat a ton of food that is special Thanksgiving food, and everyone eats turkey. Turkey is the traditional thing that you eat, along with like lots of other foods that go with that, like potatoes and corn and cranberry sauce. And then there's Christmas, which I'm sure you all know about. It's another Christian holiday, but pretty much everyone in America celebrates it. Obviously, if you're a Christian, you will actually like go to church and stuff on Christmas. And like if you're really religious and your religion isn't Christianity, you might not do Christmas, but if you're kind of not religious, then you'll just do Christmas. It's just kind of very widespread. Anyway, on Christmas we give each other gifts, and people tend to have a meal with their families and, you know, go visit their relatives or something and give everyone gifts. And we have Christmas trees, which are like pine trees that we put little glass and plastic ornaments on, like we hang them on there, and most people now have fake ones, but we still have a real one that we go and cut down from the forest, and then we bring it back to our house and put it in this Christmas tree holder thingy, and it lives for like a couple weeks in there. Yeah, holidays.